Hello everyone. So I've been just feeling to check in and share where I'm up to right now, and I'm actually I'm preparing to leave Bali and head back to Australia in a few days. Today's the 14th of August and I'm leaving on the 18th. So I've got a couple of days left in Bali. I'm in beautiful Les right now and just enjoying as much nature and sunshine and fresh air as I can. I don't know exactly what I'll do, but I've been feeling to perhaps share a little bit or all, or most, I should say, of my hotel quarantine journey. So in Australia, I have to go into mandatory hotel quarantine, which means that once I land in Australia, I will be taken by, it's either military or police force, some authority figure, put on a bus and taken to a hotel where I land in Sydney. And I need to stay in that hotel room for 14 days. That is no sunlight, no fresh air. They deliver food and your water, which is mixed reviews from what I've heard from people. Some people have had like sandwiches and just cheap bread, ham sandwiches and a packet of chips. And obviously just tap water, things that, are really important to me, like fresh air and sunlight and really good quality food and good quality water, are just not things that are a part of that mandatory hotel quarantine. So I've actually got a little bit excited about how I can get really creative in hotel quarantine, and I thought maybe it would be helpful if I shared some of my journey and to how I'm going to stay healthy and hopefully calm and relaxed in hotel quarantine. I know it's only 14 days, but I do know that some people have struggled with this. I know some people that have really enjoyed it and really loved the alone time. There's varying emotions that people have gone through in hotel quarantine and different experiences. So I thought maybe I would just share mine, and this will be just that. It's just mine. I might have a really good time. I might find it challenging. I don't know. I'm intending for it to be, for me to just look forward to the challenge and enjoy getting creative. So I'm feeling like at the moment, the hardest part for me is probably going to be the adjustment of going from this. And also, all of the time that I've been in Bali, 5.5 months or something like that, to adjusting to just even being in Australia. When you go on a holiday for 2 weeks, and even then when you're leaving your holiday, there's an adjustment with like going back to where you live and maybe your regular life and home life and work life and that sort of thing. I'm pretty lucky in those areas that I'm quite free and doing things that I like, but still, it's just going to be an adjustment from where I've been living for the last 5.5 months and really enjoying. Yeah, I feel like that's probably going to be the biggest thing, is just that adjustment. And as for food and water, I'm going to be ordering a rice cooker. I'm planning to cook most, if not all, of my meals in a rice cooker, and I'll be ordering like the best quality water I can from an online supermarket. There's options there. It's not straight from a spring, but it's better than drinking out of the tap. So I will be doing that, and I've got some other little things planned that should help me get through those quarantine days, and just like to purify the air and keep a calm environment. So yeah, I just thought that I would start here, maybe create a video diary around hotel quarantine and just share some of the things that I create. And I feel like you can do a lot of things in a rice cooker. I'm thinking kitchery, soups. I'll probably order a blender so that I can make my cacao, because that just adds a little love to life every day. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And right now I'm just really enjoying my last few days in Bali and preparing myself to go back to Australia. And yeah, preparing myself for hotel quarantine. I also don't know where I'm going to live when I get to Australia. I have a beautiful place I'm going to land for a week or two, and then from there I actually don't know. So it's very I'm just having to sit in that space we should always be in, hopefully, but I'm just really having to sit in that space of trust for, I've got 2 weeks in quarantine, I've got a week or two on a beautiful property, and we're just going to see what unfolds from there and see where life in Australia takes me. I'm not planning on being in Australia forever. I really, really love to travel, and that's something I've finally given myself a lot of permission to just do and live. So I'll be in Australia and save some more money to be able to eventually go traveling again when the world does open back up. And there's some places I'm really excited to go and see. So I feel like I've got that sense of purpose and intention for being there. There's others, but that's one of them, is to be able to just save my money. And I think there's reasons I'm going back that I don't even know about yet. So often this happens to me when I'm like put in a crossroads where, if I haven't made a decision about something, or maybe it kind of happened in Peru as well, where I was enjoying life there, but actually didn't realize that I needed a change. And it's like life just intervenes to change my direction and put me on like the right way to go next. And so this time in Bali has been perfect for what's been happening in the world, and perfect for where I've needed to be. But now it's like it's time to, it's like life has just intervened to say, okay, even though you might not really feel like you want to go back to Australia, there's something there for you. So we're going to like put this in your path and this, and we're going to pivot you towards going there. Because the way that it kind of happened, I didn't necessarily want to book a flight. And it's kind of another story, but I ended up in a position where Bali was basically saying, Indonesia was basically saying that all the Westerners may have to leave, and they were going to give a bit more information in a few days. And the day after that, the Australian government released something to say that if I didn't book my flight by midnight that night, that it would be coming in to pay $3,000 for the hotel quarantine, which I just really didn't want to do. So I booked that flight and kind of knew that I didn't really have to get on the plane. I could see what would happen with Bali, but and of course Bali revealed more information a few days later, and then a few days later, and a few days later, like more information kept coming out. But I'd booked the flight, and so I'd kind of knew that I was either gonna not get on the flight and stay in Bali, or that it was time to get on. And so that's something I've sort of been moving through in the last few weeks, is like, what am I going to do? Which way am I going to go? Kind of feel like I need to go, but I don't really want to leave Bali. And I've come to that place of just remembering how life intervenes for me, and that it can often look like this, and it can often look like that crossroads where I'm like, I don't want to go, but something is actually intervening for my highest good that I don't know about yet. Something else often intervenes to put me on like the best path forward, and that in the moment doesn't always feel like it's the best thing for me or seem like it is, but then it's like I come around and I kind of get that, and I can see what's happening, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm going. So, and a similar thing happened when I was in Peru, and I came back to Australia, and I had an amazing year. So that's where I'm at with my Bali journey, closing the chapter here and heading back to Australia for a chapter there before before the next chapter around the world somewhere else when that can happen. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go spend some time with my friends who are also here. They want to make a song together, and we're having a fire here tomorrow night, so they want to make something that we can just share with everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna just go enjoy all of this. Much love to you all. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Bye.